Hi, welcome to the Fundamentals of Programming. I'm John Clade Luces, and in this lesson, we will tackle about Java operators. First things first, before we continue to our lesson, we should learn or we should know our learning outcomes that we can learn in this video. First, after this video, we should be able to define Java expressions, identify and demonstrate the use of different Java operators. Later on in this video, ipapakita ko sa inyo kung paano gamitin and paano gumagana yung mga different operators na ginagamit natin sa Java. Then, we will use Java expressions in programming. Java expressions, a combination of variables, literals, identifiers, and operators with a common. Ang Java operators na po is a combination of variables, literals, and the identifiers na ginagamit natin upang makapag-produce tayo ng operation or makapag-produce tayo ng product. Then, it can produce different types of results depending on nature. It can produce or makakagawa siya ng iba't ibang types ng result depending sa operation or operational type na gagamitin natin. For example, arithmetic, relational, and logical operation. Computation of values fundamentals for a program's task. Computation dito sa Java expression or Java operations natin, ito yung mga operation na ginagamit natin para makapag-undergo tayo ng computation ng mga values sa variables natin para maparan or magamit natin sila sa program's task natin. Then, assignment of values as to declared identifiers to allow use of its parent program, method, or class. Later on this video, we will tackle or pag-uusapan din po natin kung ano nga ba yung assignment operation. Then, control the flow of execution in a program based on a given directive or purpose. First, Java operators. Java operators are special symbols used to perform operations on values known as operands in order to return a result. Java operators na po is gumagamit ng different symbols such as addition, subtraction, asterisk for multiplication, and dash for the division operation. Gumagamit siya ng iba't ibang symbol para makapag-run or makapag-perform siya ng different operations such as arithmetic and simple math calculations. Then, it will dictate how the values are produced or computed. Firstly, we have here arithmetic operators. Operators used for mathematical or arithmetic expressions. Operators po ito or signs na ginagamit para sa basic mathematical or arithmetic expressions such as, let's say, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Addition po dito is yung modulo or modulus operation. Then, used when a program must execute mathematical expression to come up with the resulting value to be assigned to an identifier. Here, first, we have here the arithmetic operators of the addition. The addition operator is denoted or uses the plus sign to para matukoy niya po yung operation na gagamitin. Means, ito po, yung plus sign yung gagamitin nating sign para makapag-operate tayo ng addition. Then we have here the subtraction operator, denoted by the minus sign. For the subtraction operator naman po, gagamit tayo ng dash or minus sign para makapag-operate tayo ng subtraction operation sa program natin. Then, the multiplication operator is denoted by the asterisk sign, which is ito. Para naman po makapag-undergo or makapaggawa tayo ng multiplication operation sa program natin, we should use the asterisk sign. Then we have here the operation, the division operator, denoted by the forward slash sign. Here, in the division operation naman po, gamit tayo ng slash sign para makapag-undergo tayo ng division. Then, ito po yung sinasabi ko kanina na addition, yung modulo operator. Ano nga po ba yung modulo operator? Later on po sa example natin ng programming, i-explain ko po sa inyo paano gamitin or ano yung ibig sabihin ng modulo operator. Sa part na to, try natin gamitin or i-apply sa program natin yung mga basic arithmetic operators na tinakal natin kanina. For this one, we will use the addition. say 15 plus 10. Then, natin siya i-run. Sa program natin dito is 25. Try naman natin gamitin yung minus or subtraction. Let's say 20 subtracted by 10. 20 minus 10 which is 10, ito yung lalabas or ito yung naging result ng program natin. Let's try naman is yung multiplication, which we will use the asterisk sign. Say 3 multiplied by 10. Then we will have the answer of 30. Let's do naman yung division. For division, we will use the slash sign. Then, let's say for division naman, gagamit tayo ng slash sign para makapag-operate tayo ng division. Let's say 80 divided by, say, 4. Naram natin. 80 divided by 4 is 20. Therefore, yung magiging result ng program natin is 20. For this one, gagamit tayo ng modulus or modulo operator. Ang modulo or modulus operator is nag-bring out siya ng remainder coming from a dividend and divisor. Ilalabas niya or i-bring out niya yung product ng isang division. For example, let's say 20, then let's use the percentage sign, then let's say 3. Kung ang product natin ay 2, bakit nga ba 'to ang product natin? Because 3 is dadaan sa 20 ng ilang beses? 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Then, 6 times dumaan yung 3 sa 20. Therefore, magkakaroon siya ng 2 reminders kasi hindi na sakto yung 3 pag inad pa natin siya sa 20. Pag inad natin yung 3 sa 20 is magiging 21 yung result natin. Yun yung mga basic arithmetic operations natin. We have here naman is increment and decrement, used for increasing and decreasing numerical values, denoted by using double plus signs, plus plus for increment and double minus signs for decrement. Ways to use increment and decrement. Pre-increment or decrement numbers increases or decreases the value of their respective variables before they return or assign a value. Ano nga bang ginagawa ng increment and decrement? Sa increment operation natin, gumagamit tayo ng dalawang plus sign para mag-add ng isang value sa variable na inassign natin. Then, other way around naman is the decrement, which we use double minus sign. Then, ito is nagbabawas ng isang value sa variable na inassign natin. We will use the increment and decrement naman sa operation. Here, in our example, we will use the increment and decrement operations. First, we will use the increment operation. Ano nga bang ginagawa ng increment? Increment is, nag-add siya ng isang value sa variable mo. Kunwari, let's say, your x is equal to 7. Variable x, use that the variable, then add the plus sign, then print out the variable. We'll use the variable x. Let's try to subukan natin ito. As we can see, we type the value of 7. Then, we use the increment operation. Therefore, mag-a-add siya ng isang value, which is 1. Kaya naging 8 to. We will use the decrement operation naman. The value of 9. For the decrement operation naman, we will use the double minus sign. Ang ginagawa naman ng decrement is, nagdi-decrease from the word itself, nagdi-decrease siya ng isang value from the variable na tinype mo. Example, 9. Then, tinype natin dito is yung dalawang minus sign. Then, iraran natin siya. Therefore, ang magiging result or magiging product ng decrement operation natin is 8. Kasi nga, binawasan niya ng isang value yung 9 na variable na nilagay natin. And yun yung ganun kung paano gamitin yung increment and decrement operation. We have here naman the assignment operators. Assignment operator is denoted by a single equal sign. Assigns a value of the right operand to the left operand, which usually an identifier for a variable. This operator cannot be used the other way around. Assignment operators types in Java. We have the basic assignment operator. Ito yung nilalagay natin sa katabi ng variable natin para ma-assign yung value ng variable na yun. Then, just like increment and decrement, meron tayong dalawang operation para makapag-add and makapag-subtract ng value sa variable natin. We have here the combination of plus sign and equal sign. Then, magiging addition operator siya. Kasi gumamit tayo ng plus sign. Then, we have here the minus and the equal sign. If ginawa natin yung combination na to, is magsusubtract naman tayo ng value sa variable na nilagay natin. Here, we will use the basic assignment operators. As you can see guys, we already put the value of 10 here in our variable. Therefore, pag tinry natin siyang i-print, yung variable natin na x is ang lalabas is yung value na pinilist natin dun sa variable natin. And next naman is, let's use the addition operator or addition assignment operator. For the addition naman, gagamit tayo ng variable x natin, then the combination of plus and equal sign, then the value, which is 10. Then, if we try to run natin siyang i-run, variable na x natin, as you can see guys, ang value ng variable natin is 10. And then, nag-add tayo ng another 10 value dun sa nilagay nating value sa variable natin. Therefore, ang magiging result niya is 20. Because 10 plus 10 is 20. Let's do the subtraction operation, assignment operation. Parehas lang siya dun sa addition. Ang pinagkaiba lang is gagamit tayo ng combination ng minus and equal. Let's say, sa 10, susubtract tayo ng 6. Therefore, ang lumabas sa result ng product natin is 4 because nagbawas tayo ng 6 sa value ng 10 ng variable natin gamit yung subtraction assignment operator. And ganun gamitin yung assignment operators. Next, we have here the relational operators. Ano nga ba ang relational operators? Relational operators compare between operands and determine the relationship between them. Ang relational operators na po is nagko-compare ng dalawang value ng variable and dinedetermine nito kung ano yung relationship, whether it's equal, greater, or less than to the value of each other. Then, relational operators, operator types in Java. The less than value is denoted by the left bracket sign. Greater than value is denoted by the right bracket sign. Equal to the value is denoted by the two equal sign. Then, the less than or equal to operator is denoted by the left bracket and equal signs. The greater than or equal to operator is denoted by the right bracket and equal sign. The not equal to operator is denoted by an exclamation mark and equal signs. Later, I will discuss or I will explain it further when ginamit na natin siya or in-apply na natin siya sa actual code. So in this part, ipapakita ko sa inyo paano gawin or paano siya i-input sa mismong code. First example natin is equal to. Nilagay ko na lang dito sa boolean statement is equal to para madali siyang malaban or ma-identify natin kung anong program yung kailangan natin gamitin. So we should put variable A is double equal sign kasi nga equal to yung gagamitin nating operation. Is variable A equal to variable B. Then dito sa part na to, i-input natin yung boolean statement natin which is equal to. Equal to. Okay na siya. You can run. Then, as you can see guys, false yung lumabas na result. Bakit nga ba siya false? So you can see dito na ang integer A natin is valued as 5. While yung integer B natin is valued as 10. Isipin natin, is 5 equal to 10? Diba hindi? Therefore, ang magiging product or magiging result ng program natin is false. Kasi nga, yung 5 is not equal to 10. Next naman is the not equal. Alam natin, not equal. Para sa not equal statement naman, gagamit tayo ng exclamation point, then equal symbol. Type natin. Equal. Then, by this, malalaman na natin kung yung value ba ng variable A and B natin is equal or not equal to each other. Let's try to run it. As you can see guys, true yung lumabas. Kasi nga, variable A and variable B is not equal to each other. Therefore, ang lalabas sa result natin or output natin is true. And ayun yung not equal operation. Para naman sa ating greater than operation, gamit tayo ng arrow na naka-point sa right. Then we should put our variables. Ito naka-stack. Variable A, then variable B. Then after this, type naman natin yung boolean statement natin, which is greater than. By this, malalaman na natin kung ano ba kayo. As you can see guys, false yung lumabas. Bakit nga ba false? False kasi ang variable A natin is not greater than variable B. Kasi nga, ang value ng variable A natin is 5. And hindi naman greater ang 5 sa 10. Therefore, false yung statement na lumabas. Then, next example is, yes, done. Delete na. Put here. Less than. Yan. Check naman. Sabi sa PPT, gagamit tayo ng arrow na point sa left, which is this. Then, type na natin yung variables natin. Okay. Boolean statement. Then, let's run the program. True. As you can guys see, true yung lumabas na result. Bakit nga ba siya true? Ang value ng A natin is 5, then ang value ng variable B is 10. Is variable A less than variable B? Yes, true ang statement kasi ang value ng B natin is 10, then ang value ng 5 ay ang value ng A is 5. Mas mataas yung 10, therefore, true yung statement na lalabas. Let's try naman yung greater than or equal. I-abbreviation na lang natin ito. Greater than or equal. In this function or operation, sabi sa PPT, gagamit tayo ng greater than symbol and equal sign para malaman natin or magkapag-produce tayo ng result. Yan. Select natin yung boolean statement, greater than or equal. Yung palitan siguro natin itong mga variables natin. Gawin natin siya. Let's say 15. Then let's put here 20. Okay. Let's run the program. As you can see guys, false yung lumabas. Bakit siya false? Sabi dito, ang operation natin is greater than or equal. Ang variable A natin is valued as 15, then ang variable B is valued as 20. Is 15 greater or equal than 20? Hindi siya greater sa 20, di rin siya equal sa 20. Therefore, false yung magiging statement natin. Try naman natin na pag-same natin sila ng value. Variable A and variable B. Yan, as you can see guys, true na yung value natin. Ba't siya naging 2? Ay true. Sabi kanina, greater than or equal. Is variable A greater than variable B? No. Is variable A greater than variable B? Yes. Equal sila pareho, therefore, ang lalabas sa statement natin is true. Kasi nga, greater than or equal to. Let's try naman yung greater than ay less than or equal. Less than or equal. Wait na natin ito. Yan. Sabi sa presentation, pag gagawa tayo ng less than or equal operation, gagamit tayo ng arrow na nagpo-point sa left, then equal symbol. Try natin baguhin tong variable natin. Gawin natin siyang, let's say, 16. Yan. Let's print out. Tingnan natin kung ano lalabas. As you can see guys, true lumabas. Ba't siya true? Ang operation natin is less than or equal. Is variable A less than variable B? Yes. Is variable A equal than variable B? No. Pero, kaya siya true kasi less than siya dun sa unang variable, which is 16 is less than 20. Therefore, true yung magiging product natin. Then next, try naman natin silang pag-equal yung 18. Gawin natin 18 yung variable P natin. 18. Let's run it. Wait lang. Gawin natin siguro siyang 15 para makita natin yung iba't ibang operation. As you can see guys, false yung lumabas na statement. Bakit nga ba siya false? Variable A is now valued as 18, then variable B is now valued as 15. Therefore, hindi na nasunod or hindi na tama yung naging process ng program natin, which is less than or equal because variable A is now greater than the value of variable B, which is 15. 18 is greater than 15, therefore, false yung magiging statement natin. Next, you have here the logical operations. Logical operations are used to determine the equality or difference between two or more operands. Pinapakita daw ng logical operations yung equality or yung result ng dalawang operands between operations. Then, commonly used in conditional statements to control the flow of execution by executing methods that corresponds to the value that will be returned by the operations. Next, we have here the logical operators types in Java. First, we have the logical AND operator. AND operator is denoted by the two ampersand symbols. Ang function nitong AND, AND operator na to is pag ang dalawang variables is parehas tugma, lalagyan natin siya ng dalawang ampersand symbols. Therefore, i-state niya dun sa system or sa program na parehas yung value ng variables na yun. Then, therefore, magiging true yung product or yung magiging result. Next, we have here the logical OR operator denoted by the two vertical bars. And the logical exclusive OR operator denoted by the caret sign. First, ano nga ba yung logical OR operators? Or operator. Ang logical OR operator is ginagamit pag ang dalawang result ng variable natin is at least one of them is true. For example, we have two variables, one true, one false. Therefore, ang magiging result pa rin nun is true kasi nga may isang true na value dun sa natin sa variable natin. Then, here's a logical exclusive or operator denoted by the caret sign. Ang pinagkaiba niya sa logical OR operator is tinatanggap niya lang na true ang isang statement if yung dalawang variables niya is magkaiba, true and false. Tsaka niya lang sasabihin na true yung statement na yun pag hindi magkaiba yung result. Unlike dito sa logical OR operator na tatanggapin siyang true yung statement if at least one of the result is true. The logical NOT operator is denoted by an exclamation point. Ano bang ginagawa nitong logical NOT operator? In simple terms, pinabaligtad niya yung value or result ng isang variable. Pag halimbawa, lumabas sa result is true, babasahin niya as not, then ibabaligtad niya, gagawin niyang false. Then, kabaligtaran nun, if false yung lumabas na value or result sa program natin, and gagawin niya yung true. I have here a sample code na ipapakita ko sa inyo paano gumagana or paano nag-ooperate yung different operation natin. We have here the A and A, then A and A. Ang value ng Boolean statement at A natin is true. Therefore, ang magiging output niya is true. Kita naman natin dito. Then, we have here sa pangalawang line is A and B equal to A and B also. Therefore, magiging output niya is false. Kasi nga, isa sa Boolean statement natin is false. We have the OR. Ano bang OR statement? Sa OR statement, sabi kanina, kahit isa sa mga variable natin is tumama, babasahin pa rin siyang true. For example, ito, both sides is there are true and false. A is true, B is false, A is true, B is false. Therefore, pag nira natin siya, malalabas na result is true. Kasi nga, kahit may false sa statement natin, basta may isang true na tumama sa variable, babasahin pa rin siyang true. Then, you have here the not or. Sabi nga kanina, babaligtarin yung value ng or yung outcome. For example, dito, not A, then not A. parehas silang true yung boolean value ng statement natin is true. Kaya pag nira natin siya, false yung lalabas. Kasi nga, binaligtad yung result na true, true, therefore, false yung lumabas. Yan. Dito, sa exclusive OR operator, pinakita dito na sa unang line, A exclusive OR B is true. Bakit nga ba siya true? Kasi sabi kanina na pag magkabaliktad or magkaiba yung value ng variable is babasahin siyang true. Dito sa pangalawang line, as you can see, parehas yung parehas yung boolean value ng mga variable. Therefore, false yung binasa kasi parehas sila ng value which is true. Lastly, in our topic, we have operator precedence. The order in which operators are evaluated or executed. In basic terms, ito yung pagkakasunod-sunod ng mga operations or let's say arithmetic operations na ginagamit para makapag-evaluate ng program or makapaggawa tayo ng results or value such as multiplication, addition, subtraction, and division. Then, programmers can dictate which operations are executed first. Then, sabi dito, kaya daw i-manipulate or i-dictate ng mga programmers yung sequence ng operation na gagamitin nila, whether sa purpose ng gagamitin nila or kapag gagamitan nila ng program. Then, expressions containing operators that have higher precedence get to be executed first. Can be overridden via explicit parentheses, split or divide the expression into parts. Sabi dito, expressions containing operators that have higher precedence get to be executed first. Can be overridden by explicit parentheses. Then, sabi dito, na yung mga expression daw na nag-contain ng higher precedence or higher value such as multiplication and addition is pwedeng hatiin or pwedeng divide into parts pag ginamitan ng parentheses. I have here a sample code na papakita sa inyo yung different orders or different rules na ginagamit sa operation precedence. First, we have here the integer result 1 is equal to 10 plus 5 multiplied by 2. Here, since the multiplication has a higher precedent order, mauuna siyang mag-process kaysa sa addition. Therefore, 5 times 2 is 10, then 10 plus 10 is 20. Therefore, yung result ng una nating program is 20. Then, here, in our second example, integer result 2 is equal to, makikita natin na may parenthesis sila dito. 10 plus 5 multiplied by 2. Dito nga, sabi kanina na parenthesis changes the order of the operation precedence. Since may parenthesis dito sa addition natin, ito yung mauuna kasi nga na-change or na-override niya yung rule ng higher precedence order pag nilagyan mo ng parenthesis yung certain operation, just like this na meron parenthesis yung addition natin na mas mababa yung order sa multiplication. Therefore, mauuna yung 10 plus 5 is 15 multiplied by 2. Then, ang lalabas na result is 30. Then, we have here in the integer 3, integer result 3 na 20 minus 10 is divided by 2 plus 3. Division happens before subtraction and addition. Kaya nasabi ko kanina sa precedence order, nauuna yung mas mataas na precedence order. Just like here, nauna yung division ng 10 divided by 2, which is 5. Then, tsaka mag-ooperate yung subtraction and addition. Then, ang magiging result natin is 18. Lastly, in our example, number 4, integer result number 4 is, as stated ulit, pag may parenthesis yung mga operation, mauuna sila kasi na-override ng parenthesis yung operation of precedence. Just like here, parenthesis 20 minus 10, which is 5, then parenthesis 2 plus 3, mali pala, 20 minus 10 is 10, then 2 plus 3 is 5. Therefore, tsaka lang, after nang ma-operate ng dalawang dalawang operation na 'to, tsaka lang mag-ooperate yung division natin. 20 minus 10 is 10 and 2 plus 3 is 5. Therefore, 10 divided by 5 is 2. Kaya 2 yung naging result ng program or operation natin. And that's all for our video. I hope you learned something about our lesson, and I hope that this video lesson, helps you in your assignment projects and etc. And that's all for this video. Thank you for watching.